Hi, Achim here from InnerSpace Explorers. So, here we are in the water with the ROV, as promised last week. I just met with a couple of friends from German Water Safety, Wasserwacht, and they have the same unit that I have. And I thought that's a nice way to show you basically the perspective that I have when I'm using this thing. Looking at my monitor, that's basically what I see. So I have this claw, this manipulator arm mounted on the ROV. The other one doesn't have one. So I like that, even if I don't need it, because it gives me a bit of reference. And yeah, so we just descended here probably 4 or 5 meters deep, and I'm going backwards now, and he's basically coming towards me. You see these little clouds of silt. That's the thrusters from my ROV because I'm so close to the ground. And yeah, so he's following me, and then we are going over. There's a trench in the middle, which is like 10, 12 meters deep. So I'm basically went over that trench. Now you can see that there's no bottom beneath me anymore. And he keeps threatening me. So it's probably time to open the claw and fight back. Um, yeah, you see he's backing off. So it's a bit the battle of the robots. Um, Yeah, so don't expect anything super spectacular here. It's a quarry, so there's basically nothing to see. It was really just playing around with these two units. And so, um, yeah, he just surfaced there. You can see he's spinning around, so he was trying to orient himself and see where the boat is. And I'm just underneath, and my nose is pointing upwards because I can roll and pitch this thing in every direction, which makes it very maneuverable and very nice. And in the next frame, you will actually see me back on the boat, and where I'm also nose up to basically give a handshake to the crew. So yeah, claw goes out of the water. Now the thrusters produce a couple of bubbles. You can see the claw opening and the hand coming for the handshake. Low, going back down, you see it's the Wasserwacht, water safety boat. Um, So it's also great for hull inspection or whatever. So I just wanted to give you a couple of different views and angles. And yeah, there you can see the orange cable that's connected to the ROV, which can also be your guideline back home if you're lost. So now I'm back on the ground, so nose pitch down like 30%, and that's like search mode. So nose is down a couple of degree and going forward. So if you're looking for something, that's the way to go, probably a meter above ground. And as I said, I like the claw being there because it gives you reference. So now I'm in front of the wall from this trench, and you can see the nose going up and down. So now I'm going up a little bit, and I'm basically driving up that wall. So I'm probably in a 30, 40-degree angle upwards now, and basically just following the slope or the wall up to the normal level of the quarry. So we are in shallow water here, so it's natural light. It's way better to see. It doesn't make much sense to give a demonstration in deep water where you don't see anything or where you have to rely on the lights. And so yeah, here we basically back on level, on the normal level of the quarry. And here's the other ROV again. So he's on the surface. You can see actually his thrusters producing bubbles while he's on the surface. So now he's descending. So we're both at the same level. Now he sees me and says hello with the lights, which is pretty blinding. And yeah, then I basically asked the guy, and so yeah, now I leveled out. There's a button where you can actually press it, and it goes level no matter what the position before was. And I wanted to see if I can catch the guy when he's driving in front of me, and if I can get this tail cable. So I asked him to turn around. Um, yeah, just to play a bit with this manipulator arm, and it's actually not that easy because it's really hard to get a feeling for the distance. Completely different than when you're in the water as a diver, and you really need to get used to it. So you might think that, well, you see it, yeah, but it's really hard to get a feeling for the distance. So he's turning around now, 180 degrees, and goes forward, and I'm following, and I'm trying to catch this loop there. Um, Obviously not really catching it because I don't want to damage anything. So claws open, and yeah, there it would have been possible if I would have closed it in another attempt, but it's yeah, not not that easy. Right, so yeah, then he has enough of me trying to catch him and turns around, and I decided I need a little mission. There, he's coming back once more, and you can see his cable being over his light. And he actually then drove back to the boat because next couple of seconds he entangled himself a little bit more. Yeah, yeah, you can see it turning around. And I decided I go and pick some flowers. And so yeah, here I'm back at the bottom, opening the claw, and this is on a slope, so I'm going towards shore, so it slopes up in front of me. So while just going forward, I basically have to run into these plants, and wanted to see if I can grab one of those and bring it back to the boat. Um, so also to see if it holds it when I'm driving. So here I'm in the green, so to speak, closed the claw, and yeah, now I'm going backward. Yeah, some slip through, and this one I have. And now I turn back. I have a compass bearing on the display, so I know where the boat is. And I went up like a meter or so. Nose is still pointing downwards because it makes it easier to keep reference. So I basically follow the bottom. I see when the bottom slopes up, so I can also raise the ROV and not run into the mud. But that's way nicer than just being in blue water where you don't have any reference. And you will see in a while. So when I see I approach the boat, I basically level the ROV and go further up, and then you will see in blue water that it's really hard. And then what you can do is you can use obviously that orange cable because it is always connected to the driver. Doesn't matter if he's on the boat or on land. And obviously, when you turn around, you should see that line. You can follow that line back to wherever you came from. So that's like the last option. Also, you have like a small map on your display, but I always find it difficult to have to look at that small display and try to navigate from that. You can see that I'm leaving the bottom now. It gets blurry, and you can see I'm like in blue water. Nose is pitching up slightly, and you should see that orange cable coming into view on the left side of the picture soon. So yeah, now I leveled the ROV, and you can see the surface, and yeah, I'm on the surface. You can see the bubbles from the thrusters. Yeah, and there on the left side, you can see the cable. So I'm basically driving along that cable, guiding me back to the boat. And then the boat should come into view in a second. Yeah, you can see it now on the right side. Yeah, it's now on the top side. Yeah, and then basically here we are already, and I'm delivering my prey, so to speak. All right, I hope you liked that and it gave you a little bit of an idea. Take care, everybody. See you in the next video. Have a nice Sunday. Bye bye.